All right, so last week we made a show about the Bucks becoming the favorites coming out of the East after trading for Dame Dollar. The entire landscape of the NBA and fans alike were in complete shock. Jrue Holiday at the time was shipped off to Portland, but we knew there were more moves to be made. And within a few days, Jrue Holiday was traded to the Boston Celtics. Let's start the show. Yeah. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Chris with For the Win, back at it again. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you give a like for the YouTube algorithm and give us a subscribe. That helps us with the show, helps us keep making and creating great new content for you guys. We're going to keep things rolling. We're bringing the podcast back. We're starting to record once again this week. The NBA is back, baby. I'm super excited. And so with that being said, let's get right into the show. The Boston Celtics acquisition of Jrue Holiday was easily the best case scenario for the C's after parting ways with Marcus Smart. Smart was the heart of the team and the defensive player of the year just 2 seasons ago. He was a very good player for the squad, helping to push the Golden State Warriors to Game 6 of the finals in 2022. But in critical moments, he couldn't quite live up to expectations consistently and command the offense to keep the team performing at an optimal level. Jason Tatum would stall out and Jaylen Brown would way too often become a turnover machine, often dribbling the ball off his leg as the game got tight. Holiday seems to be the perfect fit. Seeing that he has a reputation as an incredible defender, he's an elite physical guard who competes at the highest level. He averaged 19, 5, and 7 last season on 48% shooting, where Marcus Smart averaged 11, 3, and 6 on 41% shooting. Now the Celtics starting lineup with Tatum, Brown, and Holiday, and Kristaps Porzingis, who was recently acquired, is now on paper arguably the best team in the East. Things are definitely going to be interesting to see how these two newly acquired pieces mesh with the unit that has been together for a very long time. Now, let's take a listen to what some of the players and staff think about the trade.
Guys in the league that you always think would never have a real chance to get, that you think are like perfect fits, and that you'd love to be a Celtic, and Jrue was, one of those guys.
Jrue has high character, plays with a great mindset, and has the reputation, of being a tough defender and somebody that can really change the game on both ends of the floor.
Adding myself, adding Jrue now, it's clear what we're trying to achieve here. And that's why I said that's the only goal.
Jrue is fantastic. I know a tremendous amount of respect from Jrue, from somebody who he's guarded and I've had to guard. It's just he plays with a certain force that you can just feel. He's just super solid, man, and just as a competitor, he's an assassin.
Well, there you have it. That's the honest opinion, or at least what they said publicly about what they think about Jrue Holiday as a player, as a competitor, and what they're expecting as a brand new teammate. Personally, I think that this was the best possible move they could have made. I think that if you could have swapped Jrue Holiday straight up for Marcus Smart, I think that is an amazing trade-off, because you're not really losing much of anything. You're only truly gaining it from the Celtics perspective. Obviously, they didn't trade him, get a one-to-one trade or team-to-team trade, but Marcus Smart was already shipped off to the Memphis Grizzlies, and Jrue Holiday to Portland, then from Portland to the Celtics. But I believe that this is an amazing acquisition. I think that it's going to do nothing but add immense value to the team. It's going to add a different level of grit and tenacity to the squad. And I think he's going to fit right in. I think he's going to mesh really well. You got the unicorn, Kristaps, who hasn't had as great of an impact the last few years, but him being in a new spot, new city, new face in a new place, with this team who's competed at the highest level recently. I think this gives him a breath of fresh air, revitalizes his career. You got Jason Tatum, you got Brown, who both are elite players in this league in their primes, still very young. And they know what to expect. I mean, they've been going to the Eastern Conference Finals, since they were pups, since they were rookies, essentially, I think. So, 6 years, I think this is year 7 for both of them. Might be I think it's year 7. So, I think that they're got the right amount of seasoning. I think they're ready. I think it's time for them to step into it and take things to the next level. And so getting somebody like, Jrue Holiday is going to be a great change of pace. And I think it's going to be a great addition. You know what I mean? So no disrespect to Marcus Smart. I think he was a great player for the Celtics. Obviously they're going, whenever he comes in town, they're going to do their tribute video, and it's going to be well deserved because he gave his heart, blood, sweat, and tears to the organization. He did everything he could to try to get a championship, and he was within 2 games of being able to do so. But, almost doesn't count. They didn't get the ring, but I think this gives them the best chance in order to do it, and especially with news of Damian Lillard getting traded to the East and now being with the Milwaukee Bucks, who recently won a couple years ago as well. I think 3 seasons ago now. So, them picking up Dame Dollar, coupling that with Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, I think it's, like I said in the last video, it's going to be scary hours. It's going to be very, very excited to see how the East shapes up. The Western Conference, we've been waiting on the LA Clippers to show up for quite some time, but they never can stay healthy. Is this the year they stay healthy? If so, they're going to be right in the thick of things. You got the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant and I can't think of his name right now. I'm drawing a blank. But D Book, and the dude that just got from Washington, whatever his name is, I'm gonna put it right down below. You got Denver, who's still going to be right there. I think they lost a lot of good pieces, but they still going to be right there when you got the best player in the league, Nikola Jokic, who don't even care. He's just that much better than everybody. It's going to be, fun to watch. LeBron in his 21st season. It's a lot going on. So it's going to be a lot of good teams, both in the East and in the West. I think that the 76ers, if they figure out what's going on with James Harden, get that situated, because I don't really see it being a market for him. He wants to leave everywhere he goes. I don't know who else would really want to even trade for him. I'm sure somebody will, but if he the 76ers still clearly want him back. So if he was to just come back, come on and play, you got the MVP, last year's MVP of the league with you, show up, do your thing, figure it out and work it out. They should be in the thick of things with the talent that they have. And then, Miami Heat, who was just in the finals last year, they were the 8th seed. So I'm not sure if that was just an aberration or if this is something that they can continue to show up just because of their grit and determination. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Buckets is a little hurt. Emo Jimmy. I don't know what's going on right now. Emo Jimmy is in his feelings because he didn't get, the player that he really wanted, who said he wanted to be there. But, Miami Heat, you never really can count them out. First class organization. But I think with these 2 recent blockbuster moves, the Celtics and the Bucks have created a gap, have created that separation. And I think that they both are 100% going to be coming out of the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's what we waiting on. As long as both teams stay healthy, we are definitely headed for that direction on that path. So what I want to know is, what do you think? What is your honest opinion about the trade? Who do you think is coming out of the East? Which team made the best move overall? And like I said, who do you think is coming out on top? Make sure you drop whatever you think down below in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, we got the victory. Bringing a symphony. Playing some tunes, cause when you lose, we got the victory. We got the victory. Victory, victory. Ain't taking no losses, straight up we bosses. We got the victory. Yeah, victory, victory.